Okay, hello Internet world. Those of you who weren't in class today, your classmates did bell ringer number 3 and bell ringer number 4. So, on bell ringer number 3, you need to draw this chart right here and then match up the words to the definition. And on bell ringer number 4, you need to write the question and then write only what you believe the answer to be. Right, we're going to do this in class. You're going to have to do this later. Okay, we just finished talking about bell ringer 4, and I think your classmates would agree that it's a little tricky. Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. So when you do bell ringer 4, you're going to want to be real careful because you got to read your question carefully to get the answer to this one. Okay, we are moving on to the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to glue your guided notes in your spiral notebook. This class already did that yesterday, so they're a little ahead of the game. And then after that, you're going to glue your map on the next page, excuse me, on the next page, and write your standard above your map. So that's where we are right now. That's what you need to be doing at home or at Walmart, sitting there with your iPhone or your iPad or your computer or, you know, at your grandmother's house or wherever you are. You need to do that. Okay, welcome back, America. And we're moving on, America. Alright, so we have our map glued in. We have 6.8 standard written on there. We're ready for the next thing. Alright, you guys have just a little square. You are going to fill that out as we listen to the video that's about to play. Now, as soon as I click the next slide, the video is going to start playing. So, before it plays, get that square in front of you. Okay? Let's look at the questions real quick so you'll be listening for the answer because these do not go in order on your video. Okay? They do not go in order. So, question number 1 says, blank have no permanent homes and travel in search of blank and blank. Alright, Samantha, read number 2 for me.
How many people might be in a nomadic group?
Alright, how many people might be in a nomadic group? Alright, number 3, I think you're going to have to tweak. Yes, number 3, mark out how many years and put approximately how long. Okay, mark out many years and put in how long. Okay, so now can you read that one for me, Weston? Now that we've made it correct.
Approximately how long did nomads travel before sick and dead?
Okay, next question, Olivia. Yeah.
Okay. Where did they settle? They settle.
That should be they settle. Add a Y to it. It's a typo. Where did they settle? Okay. Number 5, RJ, read that one for me. Okay, you're going to have several blanks you have to fill out on that one. Alright, number 6. Sam, read 6 for me.
How far do the tigers in Euphrates River run?
Alright, number 7, William.
Why is the evidence in the Tigers and Euphrates Rivers called the fertile crescent?
Alright, number 8. Way back there, Blaze. Okay, you've got several blanks to fill in on that one. Okay, JT, read me number 9.
The fertile crescent extends from the blank blank of the blank blank to the...
There you go. Okay, and number 10, Hunter.
Most of the land around the Fertile Crescent is blank blank.
Okay, so some of them are going to be fill in the blank and some of them are just going to be flat out answer it. Are you ready? Because as soon as I click this slide, it's going to start playing. I don't know. I'll think about it. I might if you're nice. Okay, it's playing and I have it on mute. Duh. Let's try that again. Oh, there we go. Aha.
Humans lived as nomads for tens of thousands of years before slowly settling down in various parts of the world. Nomads are people who have no permanent home and travel in search of food.
Okay, do you see anything that gives you an answer to questions? Which one?
It says, where did they settle?
Okay, where did they settle?
Various parts of the world.
Various parts of the world. Okay, Olivia, do you see another one?
Number 1.
Number 1. All right, what goes in that blank?
Nomads have no permanent home and travel in search for food and safety.
Yep, there you go. So now you've got number 1, and you've got
Number 4.
number 4. Yep.
And also, number 3.
Do we have 3? Okay. Approximately, what does it say on 3?
It says approximately how long did nomads travel before settling down? Thousands of years.
Okay, no, humans lived as nomads for tens of thousands of years. That's how long they lived as nomads. It's not telling you yet how long they settled in one spot before they moved. Okay, this is telling you how long they were nomads. Alright, so we don't have 3 yet. Okay, you ready for me to go on?
Yeah.
Okay, they were in search of food and safety.
And safety. A typical nomadic group might include an extended family of about 10 adults and their children. The nomads would temporarily camp in an area for a few weeks or months.
Yeah.
The men would hunt animals, while the women would gather fruit, grains, seeds, and nuts.
Okay, you all in internet land, you might have noticed that we paused that video for a moment. Yes, because we're not going to give you all the answers. That would be too easy. So, too bad. Alright, moving on. Alright, any more answers? The women would gather fruit, grains, nuts, and seeds. When the nomads exhausted the land, they moved to new areas. Okay, hang on.
When the nomads exhausted the land, they moved to a new area. Civilization developed slowly in different parts of the world. People began to settle in areas with abundant natural resources. For thousands of years, people have been attracted to a part of the world archaeologists later called the Fertile Crescent. The Fertile Crescent is a boomerang-shaped region that extends from the eastern shore of the Mediterranean Sea to the Persian Gulf. The Fertile Crescent is a rich food-growing area in a part of the world where most of the land is too dry for farming. Growing area in a part of the world where most of the land is too dry for farming. Some of the best farmland of the Fertile Crescent is on a narrow strip of land between the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers. The two rivers travel near one another for thousands of miles before they combine to drain into the Persian Gulf. The Greeks called this area Mesopotamia, which means between the rivers. Very little rain falls in Mesopotamia, but water and nutrients from the river soak into the land, creating an environment filled with plants and the animals that feed up.
Didn't catch it in time.
Greeks called this area Mesopotamia, which means between the rivers. Very little rain falls in Mesopotamia, but water and nutrients from the river soak into the land, create.
Which one from your guided notes did they know had regular floods? Egypt or Mesopotamia? Egypt. Remember, they said that Egypt knew pretty much when it was gonna flood. And then, which question was that one on your guided notes? That was question. Which one was it? You see it?
11.
Question 11. Read it to me, Ellie Beth.
Write the sentence that tells you how floods in Mesopotamia were different from the one in Egypt. Mesopotamia's yearly floods didn't come as regularly as Egypt.
Right. Mesopotamia's yearly floods didn't come as regular as the ones in Egypt.
So they didn't know.
Yeah.
It was their stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, here we go.
Creating an environment filled with plants and the animals that feed on the vegetation. Many different civilizations
Okay.
flourished in this small region. The Sumerians slowly developed one of the first civilizations in the southeastern section of Mesopotamia.
So the Sumerians were the first civilization of people to develop in Mesopotamia. Okay? So when we talk about Sumerians, they were the first. And this is what they think they might have dressed like and looked like, because that is one of the little statues that they found in that region, and they think they made those to take to the ziggurat. Do you remember why?
So they
It looked like bodyguards.
Yeah, so they would pray while they were out working. Yes, Weston.
As early as 7,500 years ago, the Sumerian civilization lasted more than 3,000 years, but in time the Sumerians lost their influence. The Babylonians formed a centralized government under King Hammurabi. The Babylonian culture lasted from about 1770 BCE to about 1595 BCE. Various other cultures dominated part or all of the Fertile Crescent, including the Amorites, the Kassites, the Hittites, and the Assyrians. The land known as Mesopotamia was later controlled by the Persians, the Greeks under Alexander the Great, the Romans, and the Ottoman Turks. The land between the Tigris and Euphrates has been part of the modern nation of Iraq since 1932.
Okay, you guys, you should have found all of your answers to that worksheet now. If you didn't, then you can go back and replay the video and watch it again. Okay, guys, that was a pretty short video. We've got the worksheet done and glued in the next page of our spiral. So you can check that with a friend when you get back to